Next time you're on the road, look around. You can see Alcoa forged aluminum wheels on trucks, buses, and other vehicles. That's because Alcoa wheels deliver advantages these operations value, such as less weight for more payload or greater fuel efficiency, brilliant good looks, corrosion resistance so the wheels never need painting, a cool, true run for longer tire and brake life, and one-piece forged strength. Getting the most value from these advantages requires proper care. That includes keeping your wheel rim flange in good condition. The rim flange is the part of the wheel that juts up and retains the tire bead. Most people, even some tire service professionals, think the tire seats here on the bead stop. Not so. The tire actually seats on the wheel's 15-degree taper. Like any other component you use, your wheels will eventually show signs of wear. Rim flange wear is the result of normal use, not a flaw in your maintenance program, not a defect in the wheel, not a condition covered by warranty. Just as you do with other components, you care for rim flange wear with routine inspection and maintenance. One cause of this irregular wear is the tire chafer working on the surface of the rim flange. As the tire rotates, the sidewall bulges and contracts. This tire flexing scrubs or erodes the wheel rim flange. Rim flange wear can be affected by operating conditions such as load weight and frequency. The heavier the load, the more the tire flexes. The type of load also matters. Shifting liquid loads, such as petroleum, can result in more rim flange wear. Temperature plays a role. Excessive heat, especially in stop-and-go intra-city applications, affects the tire bead, which in certain conditions can affect rim flange wear. Tire inflation level is another factor. The lower the tire pressure, the more the tire flexes. Tire size, type, and construction also matter. Tire construction and materials vary. Certain brands of tires can contribute more to rim flange wear. Some tires recommended for wider wheels wind up on narrower wheels. For example, taking a tire designed for a 9-inch wheel and mounting it on an 8¼ wheel may increase rim flange wear. You can check for rim flange wear with a simple addition to your regular wheel and tire inspection. Following safe work practices as usual, take the wheel and tire assembly off the vehicle. Remove the valve core to deflate the tire completely. Demount the tire from the wheel. Use the Alcoa rim flange gauge to check the wheel flange for wear. Place the gauge on the rim flange. If you see daylight between the gauge and the wheel bead area, the rim is acceptable. No daylight means excessive wear. Take the wheel out of service immediately. As part of your inspection routine, examine the tire for cuts in the bead area and sidewall. Put undamaged tires back to work. Take cut tires out of service. In the vast majority of cases, you'll find your Alcoa wheels remain fit for service. But even an acceptable rim flange can have a sharp edge. Don't use your bare hand to test for sharpness. You can give yourself a nasty cut. Instead, make this very simple device. Attach a piece of rubber or tire to a block of wood, and you have a rubber sharpness gauge. Put on a pair of protective gloves and run the sharpness gauge along the area of wear. If the rubber is not cut, the wheel can be put back into service. If the rim flange cuts the rubber or is almost sharp enough to cut, you need to remove that sharp edge. You can smooth that edge by filing, sanding, or grinding. Whatever method you choose, always protect yourself by wearing safety glasses and gloves. If you use power equipment, wear ear protection. Be sure to work the file, sander, or grinder all the way around the wheel's circumference. If both flanges are sharp, smooth both edges. Remove just enough metal to smooth the edge. Take care to keep the edge as uniform as possible. Filing is effective, but takes time. You get faster results with an air or electric-powered sander. When you use these tools, take care to keep a uniform edge. You can grind off the sharp edge with an air or electric grinder. Be careful, the aluminum you remove can gum up the grinding pads. Avoid gouging the wheel. The die grinder, used with a sanding wheel, cutting stone, or grinding tool, can be quick and effective. Take care to remove the metal as uniformly as possible and avoid gouging the wheel. After you remove the edge, use the rubber sharpness gauge to confirm it is now smooth. If the edge still cuts the rubber, go through the rim flange wear removal steps again. Now, use the rim flange wear gauge to make sure the wheel can still safely support the tire. The flange height has to meet acceptable standards. That is, you have to see daylight between the wheel and the gauge, all the way around the wheel. This wheel does not have enough rim flange height to support the tire on the rim. The wheel and tire could separate, causing an accident, injury, or even death. Remove the wheel from service. If the wheel passes the rim flange gauge measure, inspect the wheel for any other condition that would warrant removal from service. If the wheel checks out okay, return it to service. Make sure to follow all recommended safe work practices and OSHA safety regulations, such as using an approved safety cage when inflating a wheel tire assembly. Follow proper installation procedures. Use the right torque. Follow proper torque sequences. Your Alcoa service manual can provide more complete recommended installation procedures. No matter how good a welder you are, never try to weld or braze the rim flange or any part of an aluminum wheel. Alcoa wheels get their strength from forging and heat treating. Uncontrolled heating weakens the wheel and could cause an accident, injury, or death. As a maintenance professional, you are responsible for protecting your company's investment in its equipment and for protecting yourself and your coworkers on the job. Follow OSHA rules and safety recommendations. Study the service manuals and other training materials from manufacturers such as Alcoa. To get your free copy of the Alcoa Rim Flange Wear Gauge and maintenance instructions, or the Heavy Duty Truck Wheel Service Manual, contact Alcoa Wheel Products International